Check one. Alright, I need to get a base for this thing. This should work. This should work. Alright. Fuck. Now how to work this? Be on the screen as well. Right. Who signed in, boy? Good night, Ray and Conrad. It makes sense putting background music to this thing. Not really. Could probably do that. Alright, cool. Loud and clear. Okay. So the setup tonight, 5D Mark III, working on. Let me get in front of the camera here. .5D Mark III, working on 85mm T 1.5, well that's a 1.4 lens, and I'm actually using a loop here. This is the MK VF2 loop because I'll be shooting manual through my live viewfinder here, tethered, so you all should be able to see the pictures as fast as it happens. Our muse for tonight doesn't even know that she was going to be a muse tonight. She literally came to collect a Sony A6000, and I kind of talked her into taking some pictures for the purpose of this experiment, I should call it. because I didn't even know that I was going to be doing this either. Right? This looks good. Just saying. The background over there is actually a blanket. You should be able to see that in this camera. The background over there is actually a blanket on a backdrop stand, and it's clipped on. Don't mind my ceiling falling down and thing. Pretty straightforward. I just needed to get some of the colors for the background. I'll be shooting at around 1.4 for the duration of the shoot. So we hope to blow that out completely. Most of the shots will be portrait, half body, if so much. On the lighting setup, is going to be a 7-foot parabolic with a diffuser. I have not used this in 2 years or more than that actually, as a key light. I probably used it a few times as a backdrop. But this bitch is huge. Really, really huge. To hold it, I'm using the Triopo bracket, which we also sell. Attached to that are 2 Godox V860 version 2 flashes for Canon. These use, for those of you who don't know, see if I could just find one here real quick. These use these batteries. Yeah, these use these batteries. It's lovely actually. As I said it before, it's equivalent to about 12 AA batteries power. Alright, so let me try setting this up without breaking anything now. I should probably just bypass this arm altogether. Won't be needing that. Alright, so basically this bracket mounts a total of 5 speed lights. So you can see the 2 that are mounted here. Then you have a next one here and 2 more right here, and then of course the middle, for a total of 5 speed lights if you want to fire speed lights. Of course I have studio strobes, but because I am using such a wide aperture and I want to blow the background out in this small space and there's so much white, I need as little power as possible. I'm not sure if the strobe would be able to, the monolight, the Godox 8600 would be able to, would be weak enough. I think it, at the lowest power setting, might still be too strong for what I want to do. So I want to start with the speed light and see what happens there, pretty much. Turn these on. So this is group A. Group A. So I'm setting both of these. Change this to group A as well. And they are both set 1/28 of a second. I don't even know if you could see that there. Probably not. But they set to 1/28 of a second, both flashes. I oriented them like this because the 7-foot parabolic is a lot of diffuser to fill. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. Okay, so Ray and Conrad chatting in on the page itself. For the V860 full power flashes, you're looking at about 500 flashes at full power with the lithium ion battery. Of course, penlight batteries, AA batteries will never be able to give you that much. Normally I get like about 160 or so from AA batteries before they start going crazy. but most of all is the recycle time. Because even at full power with the lithium ion battery, science allows those to recycle at anything from 2.5 to 3 seconds, which is good if you're a fast shooter. I am not. I'm a very, very slow and deliberate shooter because I don't like guesswork. Although almost everything has a little bit of guessing. Good. You know that this is set up, I could go ahead and get the parabolic mounted into the umbrella hole here. So if I respond to questions slowly, it is because I am actually not able to see the screen at the moment while I'm doing this setup. I need one thing to fit in here, just to brace this real quick. A piece of cardboard should do. Or this. So what is happening right now is the umbrella rod is a little smaller than the standard rod. So it's just sliding inside here even though this thing is tightened all the way. So I'm just going to get something to act as a spacer real quick. Right. Cardboard works. The flash bracket, Jason, I think this one is 320. 320 for this flash bracket, 320 TT, something like that. Could be more, could be less. I'll have to confirm, but there's somewhere around there. Couldn't be too far off. All right. Yeah, and this goes to show that you could plan and shoot how much. It doesn't always go exactly to plan. You have to be prepared for anything. Just to make things work. Think quick on your feet and all that jazz. Okay. Get this about here. Let's see if this actually tightens now. Ah, that's much better. Much better. Alright, so that worked. One less thing to worry about. Now for the diffuser, for the parabolic. Could probably call this session building the shot. That is exactly what is happening here. Yeah, this thing is so nice. Right. So I think I'll have to put this on first. Yep. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be taking this down for the rest of the week, rest of the month. Good. So here we go. So I need this guy to go inside here. Real quick. Alright. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. That's more like it. Tighten this. Slide this on here. Oh. Yeah, this is pretty. Very pretty. Good. This is going to be camera left off to the side a little bit. Nice diffused light. Fantastic. Nice. So you could probably see this here real quick. So we actually have the speed lights inside the diffuser here. The power will be controlled from the Godox X1T trigger, so I don't have to go in there for anything, hopefully. Good. So I might need to move this camera here. Okay. Well, they'll let you pop and buy a big studio now. Because this space is I see right now. There we go. Brittany, darling. Okay. So, this is Brittany.
Hi.
She will be our muse for tonight. She's not loving any moment of this. But photography is life. And I'll probably stop talking to her if she told me no. Probably. Alright. So this is the trigger I'll be using. This is the Godox X1T trigger. It works seamlessly with the 8600, the 8360, the 8200, which is coming out just now, and of course the 85. What is the name of that, Conrad? The V862. V862. Alright. Alright. So, Brittany, come forward a bit, please. Let's get some test shots here real quick. Okay. Put this on manual. Alright. Let the shoot begin. Alright, so we're starting with no light. The only key light we have here, the only light we have here is just the parabolic, which is directly behind me. You won't be able to see that, I think, only if I turn this camera this way. Alright, so directly behind me is the 7-foot parabolic. This is where our key light is going to be coming from. I'm going to take this up a little higher, and then I will decide if we need a fill light, a rim light, a kicker, anything like that. Okay, so a few shots in and we'll know. So the settings I'm starting with currently are 1/200 of a second, ISO 400, and T1.5 or f1.4 on the aperture of this manual lens. Let me see what we're dealing with here real quick. The reason I'm using the loop is so that I could actually focus easier. Okay. So that is a bit dark. Take this loop off just for a second. See what's happening here. Alright, that's closer to what I want in terms of light. Okay, so the background is still not as blown out as I would like it to be. So what I'm going to do is bring Brittany away from the backdrop. And I will step back as well to make this to make my depth of field even shallower. Alright. Come forward a little bit please, Brittany. Yeah, that should be fine there. Okay, so here we go again. So I'm dropping my shutter speed down to 1/25th of a second, 1/60th of a second, and ISO is at 640. And what is happening right now is that I actually have the ambient light from the bulbs in the studio affecting my exposure a bit. Okay, the background looks better. The light is nice and soft, but I still feel like I just need one light coming in from the side. So real quick, I'm putting a third speed light on this swivel bracket thing, which we sell for like $75 for one, because we're being a little frugal here. And this is going to go on a light stand behind Brittany off to the side. And we need this to be group A as well at 1/28, 1/28. Yeah, kind of. Let's take this light stand right here. And for the modifier, I'm actually going to use a shoot-through umbrella, a white shoot-through umbrella, because I don't really need this light to be too directional. I just need a very, very low power fill. Very low power fill. Close to the ceiling. There we go. So a very cheap setup for our fill light, a $100 umbrella on a $75 bracket. Most of you probably have speed lights already. If not, we have that too. Okay. See if I'm getting juice from that. Yes. So that works. Alright, let's see what's happening here now. Yeah, Jason, the exposure is nice. The exposure is definitely nice. So just to get some fill in that here and off our shoulder, off to the right, that'd be good. So let me see what's happening here now. So our friend Brittany here is all the way from Williamsville. She did a lot of driving tonight to walk into this. Alright. Okay, so group A. So the speed light in the umbrella is not firing as yet, for whatever reason. Let me check on that real quick. Background looks good though, for a blanket. Oh, here we go. I put it in the wrong group. Right, group A. Channel 3. I had it in group D. I have no idea how it got there. Let me see that again. Alright, so it's firing now. Let's try that again. Nice, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, so what is happening now is to the top right corner of the frame, the exposure is a bit blown on the background, as I expected would happen because of the umbrella. Alright. So what I am going to do now is literally expose more for that background. So my shutter speed is now 1/250th of a second. These speed lights all have high speed sync up to 1/8000th of a second in them, so 1/250th should be easy. There we go. So I'm liking the light off to the right from the umbrella. But now my foreground is a bit too dark. So I'm going to take up my lights in front here. 1/64. And I'm going to change the group in the umbrella to group B. So that would remain at 128 because I don't want that going to 1/64 as well. Because it looks really good where it is there now. So switching the fill light to group B. Right. And that is 1/64. Double check that. Group B. Yes, it is. Alright, Brittany, indulge us some more. Oh, you're cold. Brittany's cold. So I guess I need to turn the AC off and sweat on her behalf. Alright. Alright, so here we go. So we increased the light in the parabolic to 1/64. And I'm going up some more to 1/32. And here we go. 2, 3. Oh, that is nice. Right, here we go again. So what I'm going to do next to add to this shot is give Brittany a reflector to hold. Right. So yes, we do have reflectors. Soon as I could find one. Right, here we go. Alright, so come center. Come to me, please. Okay. Can you just hold this right here for me? You don't even need to hold the handle, just hold it how it's comfortable for you. Yeah, that's good? Yeah. Alright, cool. Not too heavy? Yeah, you look like you're straining. You eat tonight? uh, Let me give you a chair so you could actually rest it on. Let it go, let me see how it's going. Yeah. Good. Yeah? Just hold it with one hand. Because you need one hand for the shoot. Yeah? Nice. So you all could actually see the reflector here. It's pretty low down. I'll decide if I need to bring it up higher shortly. Just to actually get some fill right under the neck. Right under the neck here. And add a catch light to the eye under here. Okay, so here we go again. So what I'm doing through the loop, literally, is that I'm using the joystick behind the right here to adjust my focus point, because I'm shooting through the live view and then I'm zooming in pretty much like you would do on a mirrorless camera to find my manual focus. And then I'm firing right there. Okay, so I do actually want to bring my to bring the reflector higher and actually shoot more headshot style. Bring an extra here. I actually have a reflector bracket, but I'm not even going to try and set up that right now. Yeah, that's you right there, perfect. And I'm bringing the parabolic closer to her because I'm trying to soften my light even more and make it a little brighter without changing my settings. Okay. Alright, so here we go with this shot. Now, a next thing that is going to happen, because I came closer to her to shoot, is that my background is going to be blown out even a little bit more. Because by coming closer to her, I made my depth of field even shallower. And that's a blink. Nice, look at me, Brittany. 2, 3. That is way too bright. How did we get there? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I only brought this thing forward like about 2-3 feet so much, and you already see how much the exposure has been affected. So to compensate for that, I'm going to take my ISO back down to around 400. It was at 640 just now. Alright. So let the reflector bounce away. Let it bounce away, say. That's it. 2, 3. Yeah, this actually looks pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so we kind of have an idea of the kind of light we get from the parabolic diffuser with the speed lights in it. I'm just going to change this modifier to beauty dish real quick, and we'll end the night there. There we go. So we'll be using the beauty dish with the same reflector. Honestly, that is actually one of my preferred lighting styles for beauty shots, where I have that kind of butterfly clamshell lighting. And of course, if you want to add more drama to the shot, you could play with the lighting ratio. That means I would make the light on top, add a light to the bottom, and make it a little more powerful than the key light. But you have to be careful with that, else you could end up with a kind of horror movie effect, which is never flattering. To me anyway. Alright, so this is a collapsible beauty dish. There's normally a reflector that goes in here to give the beauty effect, but I would not be using that reflector tonight, so I guess this effectively becomes a shallow softbox. For the light to be flattering enough, actually scratch that. I am going to use a reflector. Yeah. Let's see what beauty dish light actually looks like. So this dish is about 27 inches, 24 inches. Yes, this is a 24-inch dish. Beauty dishes come in many sizes. The most basic size is probably 16 inches, and it can actually go all the way up to 32. So the diffuser is coming off. We won't be using this because we're actually using the reflector for the dish. Alright, so the concept is that the light The light is going to come through the dish, hit the reflector, then reflect back onto the bowl of the dish, then come forward. Hence taking away any kind of hot spot or anything that you normally get on the nose, on the cheekbones, etc. etc. So for this we just need one light inside here. Now to get the real effect of a beauty dish, you usually need for it to be closer to your subject than most modifiers for it to make any sense. So I would say 3 to 6 feet max. 3 to 6 feet max. As you can see with this bracket, you could use the umbrella rod, or you could use a Bowen's mount, which is like the best modifier mount in the world. Come on now. Right. Right, here we go. So now I've broken it down to one speed light. I'm going to turn off the other one. So we have one speed light that is going to be really close to her. Kind of at a 45-degree angle. Why do people even say that? I mean, I know what a 45-degree angle is, but is it even practical to say 45-degree angle? Alright, here we go. Brittany, can I put the AC back on now? Yes? Thanks. Okay. Yes, we are still using the reflector. We are keeping the light in the back there as our fill light. How I have this set up is my beauty dish is slightly kind of crossed from the fill light in the back. Trying to cover some bases here. Alright. I think I want this light to be even closer to her. Yeah, this is better. Alright. So you could, let me just turn this up a little bit. Alright, so you could actually see where the dish is on top there. You could see where Brittany is. We're looking at about, I would say, 3 feet away from Brittany and about 2 feet high. Okay. I'm actually going to turn this down even more because I want a lot of that light to get caught up in the reflector to come back up. Good. The effectiveness of a modifier between 2x to 3x the diameter. It depends on the modifier. I mean, a beauty dish is a different beast. You know, I guess that would apply if you take the reflector out from the middle of the beauty dish, then you can afford to take it back a little bit and use it as a softbox. But the way a beauty dish light works is that you actually want the light to contour her face. It's kind of hard to do that from 6 feet away with a small beauty dish. Right? So let's see how we look in here. So my settings on the key light is still 1/64 and the fill light is still 1/28. I'm just going to start there. 1/200 shutter speed, ISO 400, and my aperture here is f2. Okay, so well, that aperture is actually T2, which is more like f1.8. Since this is a cine lens, you'll find the measurement in T instead of F. Alright, and without changing anything from the first shot, you could actually see Brittany, you want to see it? See that? Yeah. You could actually see the effect of the you could see the effect of the beauty dish right away. You could see the catch light in the eyes right here. Right, nice shallow depth of field. You could actually see it getting soft from her braids going right out to the background, which is what I am looking for. So now I'm going to pose her a little bit more for a beauty shot. Alright, so Brittany, can you turn your shoulder to me? This shoulder, your left shoulder. Turn it to me some more. Actually face the camera. Right? Yeah, good. And turn your head to me this way. Right? More. Right, I want to actually feel like you're pushing your chin toward me. Yeah, that's good right there. Right. So let's see what happens here real quick. So without even taking a shot, I could actually see the catch light in her eye from the reflector, so I know where that is going immediately. Alright, that's it. One more. Alright, so I just wanted to give me a space in the lips, just part your lips a little bit. Good, perfect. Yeah, that's fantastic. Nice. So I'm just going to go a little high key with this real quick. I'm going to slow my shutter speed down to 1/25 of a second. The idea of using shutter speed to control the exposure is because your shutter speed sucks up all the ambient light. That is what I use it for.
Same thing?
Yes, please, same thing. So this should be slightly overexposed. Should be slightly overexposed. If my math is right. So I'm going to 1/60th of a second here. And that's it. So at 1/60th of a second, we get that real nice shallow depth of field without losing too much detail. We don't have any burnt out spots on her skin, etc., etc. Let's try to catch a flare from this umbrella a little bit. Just look at me right there, please. 2, 3. There we go. I'm going on to f2.8. 2, 3. Nice. Alright guys, well Brittany has a very long way to drive. So I'm going to call it a night here. I hope somebody learned something. Pretty basic. So quick recap for the beauty shot. We had speed light in the quintuple bracket, as Jason called it, at 1/64, 1/64. We had the fill light at 1/28 in the umbrella. Very affordable setup, especially if you already have stuff like light stand and thing. This is a 43-inch 5-in-1 handle reflector. Comes in really handy, especially if you have an assistant to hold it for you. This would cost about, can't remember right now, $290, $300, somewhere around there. But the prices will be in Conrad's group. Check it out. Good night.